Hey, welcome everyone. It's Rick. How you doing? I finally made it to 1,000 subscribers. I want to thank you all. So that's very cool. I don't know what I'm going to do with that, but today I'm going to do a project on a board. This is 18 inches long. I gessoed it. I got it at Michael's in the clearance aisle for $5. So, and I'm using Liquitex Basics Acrylic. Okay. And I'm going to try and do like something like a folk art painting. Something that anybody can do if it's your first time painting. I think you can do this. So it's more of like a project we're doing here. And I got, basic acrylic brushes here. I like to use filbert brushes, but you can get different types of brushes. Fan brushes I'll use for like trees. But these are acrylic brushes, okay? And then I got some water in a little cup here to saturate my paint. I mixed my paint, so I started with green. I put 3 things of green down, and I darkened one up with black. And I'll use that dark green to make the trees and the bushes. A lighter green, I just put yellow in it. And then this one I took the yellow green and added just a little white to it. This is ultramarine blue with a little white in it. I got a little purple here because I might put some purple in the sky. And this is burnt umber. I'm gonna lay it out first in burnt umber. I was there in crimson yellow and raw sienna for highlighting some bushes maybe. So what I'm going to do is lay this out real quick so you kind of like a sketch. So I'm going to use the burnt umber to do that. What I'm going to do, I'm going to have a tree coming off the side here. So I'm going to offset, I'm going to have a mountain back here. I'm going to offset it just a little. Let's make it pretty big. This is a pretty big, it's pretty wide, 18 inches. So we'll put some peaks up here on this mountain. I'm just going to kind of sketch in my layout here. I'm going to have I'm not going to put this tree in, but I'm going to have a tree coming off the side here. As far as the rest of the picture, it's going to be easy. I'm going to have the mountain come down to here, and I'll have trees back here reflecting in the water, and over here I'm just going to have some land come like this. The trees will be coming off of here, and then I'll have some land here with some bushes on it coming down here, and then this will all be water in here. There's going to be a cool tree, like I said, coming off maybe all the way up into the sky here from the side. So if you get this much laid out just like that, we can get started. I'm going to start with the sky. I'm going to make it all blue. So I'm going to get my larger filbert brush, a number 12. I'll get it wet, and I'm going to grab my blue, ultramarine blue with some white in it. Let's just lay the colors in, and then don't worry about lightening it up or anything. Let's just get our sky in blue, and then we'll add clouds to it later. But this is more of like a project. This is like a folk art. So we're basically just putting our color in. I'll do a little cool stuff so you can learn. I use some of these techniques when I do my paintings as well. So let's just make the sky blue. Yeah, I finally got to 1,000 subscribers. I was so happy to get to that. Now I don't know what to do because I'm on my phone. I use my phone for my account, and there's really no functions on there to like become a partner with YouTube. So alright, so there's the sky. We're just going to leave it blue. I want this to be more like a folk art painting, which is something almost anybody can do. Now this is Payne's Gray I got here. If you don't have Payne's Gray, mix a little black and white. Or just use black. Just use black. Let's put this mountain in really dark, okay? Just get yourself some peaks up there like that. And let's make a cool mountain. Just do the peaks first and your sides, and then we'll start pulling some of the color down. Just halfway, because I'm going to grab a little white now. Grab a little titanium white and mix it with the bottom. Grab some of that gray and just let it come down a little lighter at the bottom. That way we can run a row of trees back here and they'll show up. They won't show up if you got a dark bottom mountain there. See, we have to lighten this up here so we can put trees here. But we're going to put some snow up on this mountain too, so let's just get the dark color underneath, and then we'll get everything put in, and then we'll go back and put all the fun stuff in. So we're going to have water here. I want it to be blue, but not that blue. So with the blue that you used in the sky, just move some over to the side on your palette and grab a little bit of that Payne's Gray and mix it in there. A little bit of Payne's Gray. Just mix it on your palette somewhere. Get it a little darker. We want our water to be a little darker than the sky. Now let's just paint in our water now. You're going to see how easy this is. It's going to come out looking good too. If you don't have a round board, you can do this on a canvas, okay? Or actually, if you got a square board, just gesso the board and paint it. Doesn't have to be on a round board. It's just I thought this was cool. I found that at Michael's. It already has a rope on the back. It can already be hung. It's ready to hang when I'm done. So don't forget to use water. Dip your brush in the water so the paint can flow for you better, okay, on your board. All right, there we go. So now here's what I want to do before this dries. Just grab with the same brush. You don't even have to rinse it. Just grab a little white on there, and let's lighten up the back of the water. Just mix it in that color just a little bit, just to lighten it up in the distance, okay? Just take some white and blend it in there. It'll make the distance, it'll make it look further back, okay? Don't bring that white too far up. Leave all this dark here, just the back part, okay? Just like that. That's good. Alright, so let's put our ground in now. This is ground. I'm going to use the dark green that I made. You don't even have to rinse your brush. Just get some water on there. Get some of your the dark green. It's a green color with black in it to make it dark. And let's put our ground in here. Just paint it in, because we're gonna do some cool stuff on top of it. Put some bushes. Just fill in this section with that dark green. You can almost see it looks almost black on the palette, but now you can see kind of the green color in there. I might actually have to darken it up a little more when we make some trees, but just grab a little paint, and this is going to be ground over here, maybe like a hill, and our underpaint, I'll call this the underpaint. It's all done now. Let's see how that looks. That looks pretty good. Looks pretty good for just throwing a few colors down, blue and green and gray. Doesn't that look pretty awesome? I'm going to put a tree over here now. Let's use this color here. We'll go ahead and use this big filbert brush now. Let's start with the tree up here on the top, okay? I'm going to do the top part first. I want it to come up into the sky here. So what I'm going to do is stamp in like the top part of a tree here. Just like this, okay? And look at it. I step back and look at it, and then I want it to maybe come out just a little more here, and then I'm going to fill it in a little bit at a time and get some more paint, look at it, and then I want it to get smaller as we get more to the edge here, because I want it to be coming from the side, just like that. Okay, let's see how that looks. That looks perfect. Okay, so it's a tree that's kind of coming in from the right into the side of the picture. Then I'm going to have like some trees over here on the side of the mountain coming from some bushes here. And we'll have some bushes. We're going to have one more tree here, an evergreen tree with some bushes coming down. So I got to start hurrying up here. Doesn't that look cool? And I'm going to highlight this and put some lighter color in some areas so it looks like the sun's hitting it. So today our sun's going to be coming from the right. Let me get the smaller filbert brush now. Let's go ahead and put some snow on the mountain so we can make the mountain look cool now. And we'll put some trees on the back. So with the small filbert brush, I'm pretty sure this is a number 6, we're going to come up here and pull some white down our mountain, okay? Just titanium white. Let's start with the one on the right. Start on the right side of your peak, and let's just pull the white down the one side, just like that. And let's do that over here on this peak. And over on this peak. Now let's start shaping the mountain, and we'll add more snow to the mountain at the bottom with titanium white, just like that. This is going to be the side where the light's hitting, and we're going to use another color for the shadow side. Just like that. So that's going to be our snow. Now let's mix a little bit of blue and Payne's gray together. Take some more of your blue from the sky, put it over here again, and grab some Payne's gray, and let's just mix that together. It's almost the same color as what we used in the water. Now on the left side of your snow, we're going to pull some of this color just left of your snow. Okay, pull some of this grayish blue color. Okay, really easy. this is the side where the sun's kind of not hitting, okay? It's still snow, but it's darker, okay? That's the whole, that's the idea, okay? You see how I did that? So there's our mountain. You could take your brush now and kind of blend the blue and the gray at the edge. Kind of get a blend on it a little bit. There we go. That looks pretty good. Now you can, let's grab a little more white now. And we can come up back here and fix the edge of our white now with more snow. Give the mountain some more shape. Just like that. Alright, that looks pretty good for mountains. I kind of like it. Do some clouds. Let's see where I'm at on time. 16 minutes. Wow. Alright, so today I'm going to bring the clouds from here behind this mountain and then bring it up above this tree. We'll use the same brush, get it wet a little bit, get some titanium white on it, and let's just use your brush and stamp in a little bit of white here. And then bring it on the other side of your mountain. And then let's start bringing it up like this. Pretend this is the top part of your cloud, okay? The very top part of it. The very top of your cloud. Just stamp it in. Okay, now let's make it a little bigger now by putting some more white underneath it here and here. Just stamp it in. Now before it dries, let me make this a little bigger here. Before it dries, let's take your brush at the bottom and pull it to the left, just at the bottom. Going to make it look like the wind's blowing it, okay? Just at the bottom. Very good. Alright, there's one cloud. Let's do another one from here going up almost the same way. Start small here. Now let's bring it up again. You're just concentrating on the top part of the cloud all the way to the top. I kind of want to fill in a lot of the painting. There's only going to be a few blank spots, okay? Let's make this a little bigger. Just keep making your cloud as big as you want, okay? This is called stamping your brush. Okay, now let's pull it to the left, just at the bottom. Just get a brush on it so it kind of blends it into the sky a bit. Just like that. That looks pretty good. Wow, I really like that. We're going to have one coming from here too, going behind the tree a bit. Now let's pull that one to the left. Just a small cloud there. All right, that's pretty good. What I'm going to do, I'm going to grab a little more white, and I want to lighten up, grab a little blue and white together. I want to lighten up just around the mountain at the bottom, just lighten it up a bit with a little white and blue, just so the sky looks a little lighter down here at the bottom. You don't have to do this if you don't want. I'm just trying to lighten up some of the sky near the horizon is what I'm doing. Okay, you don't have to do it. All right, very good. Getting text. Let's put our trees in now back here. I'm going to use that dark green. Wet your brush a little bit. And what I'm going to do is actually put my color, I'm going to go all the way across on this side, but I'm going to stop about here because I know I'm going to have some trees here. So from about here, let's just paint in some color with that dark green straight across. Just pull it straight across. Just like that. Now put a little color on your brush, and what we're going to do is we're going to pull up treetops. You see that? With your brush, just pull up to make it look like distant trees. I turn my brush to the side. This number 6 filbert. Put a little paint on your brush and then turn it sideways like this. And let's just pull up treetops. You can get bigger in some places, taller. Just make them look like distant trees back there. Okay. Very easy, just like that. See how it looks. Pretty good. Now rinse your brush off. Keep it wet a little bit. Shake the water off. Now let's come down here at the bottom and kind of pull some of the bottom color one way. Not too far down, just to even out the bottom. Pull this side to the right. Just to make it look like some ground underneath the trees, okay? Just like that. Very good. I want to do a reflection. I don't know how easy it's going to be on this board. Doesn't that look cool? That looks like trees way back there. That looks pretty good. Kind of like it. I'm going to get a fan brush. This is a fan brush. I'm going to put my trees in over here now. But what I want to do first is grab some dark color, that same color, and let's just put some bush tops down here first. Just across the top of that land there. A few bush tops. Take your brush and at the bottom pull it to the left when you're done putting the bushes in. Alright, let's put our evergreen trees over here now. The fan brush. These are really easy to do if you've never done one before. I'm going to start with the one kind of like in the middle here. All the way up into the clouds there. I'm going to kind of pull my trunk down. Now with the corner of the brush, we're going to add our leaves to it. Okay. I'm going to start really small up here, and then as I come down, I'm going to press harder and make it wider. Okay. Don't try too hard. Just do it naturally, just like that. Let's do another one. Wet your brush a little, get some paint on it. Let's do one over here on the side. A little smaller than that one. Right on the side of the painting. Same thing. Start off small with the corner. Just use the corner and push in. And let the leaves come off the brush. Okay, just like that. Don't fill it in too much. You want some of that mountain to show through. Now we're going to do another small one right next to there. Right next to that big one. A little small one. Coming at an angle here. They'll be behind it maybe. Very small with the corner. Just put your leaves on. Just like that. Very easy. Alright, and I want to do one over here. So let's put some bushes now. Use your dark green and let's lay some bush tops down on this hill. Just stamp it in, make it look like round bush tops up there. I'm going to highlight all those, so just stamp in this whole area with more color so it gets darker. Just like that. Alright, let's do another tree right there. Same technique, same color. Maybe it'll be just right underneath this tree here. I want this one, this is in the foreground, so I want it to be, now I'm just going to put a small one here. Okay. Just put a trunk in, use the corner. Stamp in your branches. Just like that. I'll highlight this so it stands out more. It's going over the same color, so we got to highlight this tree, but that's alright. We got the idea in there. Let's grab our light green now. This is the green that I put white in. And let's just put some grass down on the edge of the water here. Just put some of this lighter color right on the edge. And pull it back a little bit just to change the color of that grass a bit. Just like that. Okay. Let's highlight this tree up here now. Might get a number 10 filbert brush. We'll use this light green. Okay. It's got a little white in it, a little yellow. So we're going to pick out some highlights on this tree. So let's start with this clump right here. You see this clump? So we want to leave the bottom dark and put some light color on the top part of this, okay? Leave that dark because the sunlight's not hitting underneath the bottom. Let's do a clump up here. This is how you do your tree so you know where to start highlighting it, okay? Leave a little bit of dark here. Okay, now let's keep moving up the tree and make some clumps, okay? By leaving some dark in between, okay? Just putting highlights on the very top. Now let's make a one in the middle here. And one over here. And I'll highlight some of this down there. Very good. Really easy. Just leave some dark underneath wherever you put this light green, okay? Let's highlight our bushes now. I want to highlight some of these bushes with I have some raw sienna. I'm going to put a little bit of yellow in it. So what I'm going to do is move this over, grab some yellow and mix it in with that to lighten it up. Maybe a little more. Alright, so let's highlight some bushes down here now. What I want to do, we'll have some that are green and some that are this color I just mixed, raw sienna and yellow. So let's start here and punch in some raw sienna on the tops of these bushes, okay? So I do them all in raw sienna. Very good. Let's do these over here with the raw sienna. So what I'm going to, the light's coming in from the right, so just put raw sienna on the very, very top of these bushes, okay? Leave some of the green underneath. And then we'll let it set on our eye for a little bit. And so now underneath these I want to put some white bushes. I'm going to grab some titanium white and create some white bushes down below these. So I'm going to kind of pretend where I might have a bush top here and just make some white bush tops down in here. So I want to have a bunch of different colors down in here. Just some white, different bushes, different colors. Okay. Same thing on the other side. At the bottom, the very bottom, we'll have maybe some white things going on underneath those other bushes, okay? Very simple. Having a hard time getting my brush in here. Very good. It's looking good. We need a bush down here, so what I'm going to do is just going to make a bush right at the bottom here using my dark color. And I'm going to highlight it with white. Some of the top parts of the bush. Just like that. We got some instant bushes there. Alright guys, I think I'm getting close to the end. Let's grab a little bit of our light green on a fan brush now, and let's highlight the top part of these branches on this evergreen tree. Try and just hit the top of the branches. I like that. Kind of rushing now. That looks good. You can also highlight these if you want. let's put some trunks in there. Take a little bit of your burnt sienna or burnt umber, grab a little bit of white, and we'll make a light brown with our fan brush. And let's come in here very carefully and tap some brown to make it look like tree trunks in there. Just like that. Very simple. We got to finish our water now. I don't think I'm going to put a reflection. That'll take too much time. So just grab some titanium white now. And what we're going to do is pull some white at the bottom of those trees, one way or the other. Titanium white. And now grab some more white, and we're going to come out and keep pulling. Keep your brush horizontal and put some white lines in here coming forward. Keep them small in the back. You can get bigger as you come forward here. On this shoreline, take some titanium white here and let's pull it from the shore out. A little bit of white. Just like that. Alright, there's our water. Looking good. Very simple one today. I found my liner brush. Let's put a bird's up there. I got a little ivory black. I don't know how good it's going to work. The brush is dirty. I usually use Mars black, but make some twigs first. Apparently I didn't clean my brush right. Huh. Well, anyway, there you go, guys. Kind of a fun project there. You got to get the birds in there, though. It'll really make it look. It'll make the sky come alive. And take, if you got a liner brush, make sure you add, you know, some twigs in your scenes. My brush isn't working too good, but there you go. That's all I'm going to do on that one. Give you a front shot. Came out pretty good for a quick painting. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next video. Cheers.